analingus calamari. You broke like a plum on the back of my head. It's not really a problem. You're fighting with clown tactics. He's a one-night stand at best, with a fractured penis. Oleg is trying to one-man, one-jar this situation, as I jammed my giant flaming rod into his mouth. And honestly, once I do that, if you don't explode, like, my god, where are your manners? I'm not interested in you anymore, Nyreen, unless you're willing to cosplay the Blue Man Group and play my ass like your bongo set. No, can't see where you're going, but there is a shortage of chairs.
Hilarious. Like and subscribe.
Ball-crushingly unstoppably hard mode, aka insanity, because without my balls I'd go 100% on an absolute murderous rampage full of insanity. They are my anchor, they are my rocks. What am I without my precious pouch of love stones? You may notice I'm not currently dwelling in my fancy little apartment inside of the most beautiful girl in the entire galaxy. SSV Norman. First name SSV, or SV, and last name Norman. We're gonna be taking my last name when we marry. We're out here on the galactic butt plug, which is currently nestling itself into the deep cosmic horror levels of ice that Oleg Petrovsky has provided for us after years and years of perpetual gape. He's finally worthy of the Omega insertion, I guess. So, congrats on your life's work of anal torture, man. Time for me to bring it all crashing down with a gunshot to the face. Cerberus deserve nothing. Not even the gangland shitscape with all kinds of bodily fluid finger painted all over the walls. The elusive man can have his little armchair, that's adorable, and that's all I'll allow. His empire is literally just an old lady's favorite chair to relax and potentially die in, and nothing more. Good job. I'm sure Mama Elusive is very proud of you. Actually, Man is technically your surname, so is it Mama Man? Very progressive in this butt plug, clearly. We were helping out the great-great-grand MILF herself, Arya, and the pointiest lesbian in all the land, until the lesbian decided to slip into the shadows, as they tend to do. So, without further ado, it's time. I nearly said it's time for a homo hunt. That doesn't sound like I want it to. I want it to sound cute. We just miss her. We're not gonna kill her. We're probably gonna end up killing her. It is Arya after all. Oh, I gotta keep that Regar carbine. On both of us, really. That thing. Oh god. I've always wanted to know what it looked like when the lights in someone else's eyes died. Because I'm tasing them. Which is why I'm going to be joining any US police department will do, honestly. Yes, that's exactly the angle we wanted. We didn't even get Shepard's ass in it. Why not?
Mutually beneficial dealings and some occasional violence. The Talons weren't even a blip on our radar until the plague in 2185. Your little war against the other gangs left a vacuum.
What do you mean, my little war?
Intention.
They were keeping my little fishman hostage, and by that I mean he was addicted to snapping all of their necks.
Took advantage of the situation and carved the Talons a bigger piece of the local drug trade.
Are we enlisting them because they're good, or because we need numbers?
They're cannon fodder. We're using them because they're the only game in town.
You're gonna let them know that?
Relax, Shepard. This is how it works on Omega.
This shot is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'm sure Shepard's getting an even better view, but I don't really mind where the camera is right now. He's got quite the feast ahead of him, I'm sure.
Looks like we fight our way through Cerberus to get to them.
Analingus calamari.
Let's move.
Oh my god, that is like a math rock band in the making. I need to write down Analingus calamari, because I'm starting it tomorrow. I'm not. I'd rather die, but if Nirvana weren't called Nirvana, I mean, that's the next option, right? Oh, this has such a cute voice. It's a shame your name is actually Us, though.
That's odd. Why would they
Us with a Z. It's gangster
around
Us.
like this?
Maybe they had something more important going on.
Not Darius. Profit is the only thing that matters to him. Anything else can burn.
So even though they're absolute trash, you still know them? I was on Omega during the glory years, and the Blood Pack were terrible. They were mostly Vorcha, who were just walking STDs anyway with a scary amount of teeth. There were like 3 Krogan to every billion Vorcha. I guess it was just pure numbers. But how can the Talons be in any way worse than that?
The terminal is active. Thank you, Commander.
Oh, I helped that guy. Got a whole 30 XP. Well, that was painfully disappointing. I don't think there's any way for me to get over there. Oh, because you're fucking stupid. Okay, Shepard, that makes sense. That tends to be the explanation for most things. There's something over there. Oh, come on. Why can't you Mr. Tickle this shit, dude? It's gonna be for the most useless upgrade I've ever seen. It's a high velocity barrel. Whee! kill me. Can I not just drop down? Are you serious? You know how much I've shattered my spine in this game so far? I don't think this matters. I love his little shimmy. The way his shoulders waddle. He's in the wrong line of work. I want to see this 45-year-old man with all his scars take to the stripper pole. Is he technically only like 6 months old since he was resurrected from the dead? Is that legal? Does it even matter if it's legal when he's just meat tubes? It's more likely to be necrophilia than any other kind of philia, so afraid of everything that's to come. I also feel like I'm currently leaving everything I know and love behind. But you know what? That's what a military man does best. I've abandoned the Norman and everyone inside of the Norman. Does that mean my wife is technically cheating on me while I'm away? I mean, I don't think anyone but Joker is rubbing himself on the exhaust pipe. We'll be fine. Joker doesn't count. He's crippled. He's a one-night stand at best, with a fractured penis. Holy fuck! They make Omega look awesome! How can it possibly be pretty? It's like half a moon with a load of tubes coming out of it. Isn't exactly conventional beauty standards, but I'd hit it. I can see why Oleg is trying to one-man, one-jar this situation. One man, one space station? You're a braver man than me. Let me go ahead and make all of my guns extra warm for the incoming bullshittery. Oh, that was cruel! But he was a boy who can lay a little egg of murder, I believe. I think he's the one who shits out the turrets. Yeah, I'm kind of planning on being as cruel as possible to you. No one deserves it more. There's actual newspaper on that newspaper? Who's reading a newspaper in the year 2148 in the middle of the apocalypse? In the middle of a war zone of the apocalypse? No one reads a newspaper now. I feel like Blizzard. I feel like it. Do you guys not have phones? But no out-of-season April Fool's jokes from me. My sense of humor is just, you know, at least 0.5% better than Blizzard's. Hi. That's actually one of them dead for once. The only one we've seen before is them completely mangled with their head in their crotch. He's not so lucky by the looks of things. He couldn't quite reach. We'll get there soon. Oh, we actually hear a Talon.
I know. Someone get those doors open.
And that's a Talon that almost definitely has Garrus's voice. How dare you? How can the shit-munching meth heads be anywhere close to that? Server's lockdown deactivate? Am I rescuing these boys? I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm ruining someone's chances. Oh no, I did it good. I'm a lovely man. Uh-oh. I'm a lovely man who just doomed him and his lovely temptress. No way was I missing your lips. What have you done? You broke like a plum on the back of my head. I'm still in cover. It's not really a problem. You're like fighting with clown tactics. He's like putting a pie in my foot. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's a little bit humiliating, but other than that, I'll get by. I don't know what you're doing to me. You're just pushing a gun against my head and not a whole lot else. That scares everyone but me, who eats guns on a daily basis for every meal. America? Is that a America moment? I don't think I have any right to say that. I'll leave that to the filthy Yanks and Yank adjacents in the chat. Oh, he saluted me on his way out with his dead, lifeless fucking limbs. Thank you, man. Are you a Talon? Surely. There has never been a Cerberus Turian. Oh, he's alive.
Thank you, Commander.
I love your gear. That's so much cooler than, like, sunshine yellow and ocean blue that all the other fucking gangs wear.
I can monitor enemy movement in sectors 4 through 12 now. Excellent.
Yeah, it's definitely not Morrigan. Nowhere near sultry enough to have Morrigan's way. I was convinced for like a few seconds yesterday, and now I feel dirty for ever even considering it. You know what? Without the sniper, I want the Regar carbine. It's new, it's sexy, I want it in me. And then, by proxy, in all of my enemies. Because I don't kill before I've given them a good old rectal exam. That would be rude. Wouldn't want them to die not deflowered. You know that stupid phrase that all the middle-aged dads were posting on Facebook like 15 years ago? Like, no one dies a virgin because life fucks us all. It's not life. It was Shepard all along. Even if you're completely uninvolved, even if you've got nothing to do with this war at all, he'll find his way in you. He'll claim his fucking victim. Orally, anally, whichever way you prefer to take your thermometer. Can't imagine eating like a dry baked bean. Culture's weird. The only culture Americans have is their beans. Holy Holy shit, his own turret blew him up. He backfired as I jammed my giant flaming rod into his mouth. And honestly, once I do that, if you don't explode, like, my god, where are your manners? You know how hard I worked on getting myself sucked forcefully by you? Okay, Lash is the dumbest ability I've ever seen. Horcrux, were you here when I accidentally said that we're going on a homo hunt? Was that acceptable? I just miss her. I just want to track her down. I just want to give her a hug. But it sounded like we were lynching. And that's not okay. Might be okay in a I mean, the entire space station's made after a butt plug. You can't really get too mad when people want dick up the arse. My family makes homemade stuff. Okay, you know what? There's one thing the Mormons are doing right. I bet it's their beans. It's what they were brought into this world for. That's what the tablets say. The third book of the Bible is literally just beans. One word. Didn't even capitalize. Oh, I love this gun so much. Not having to worry about shields is the most satisfying thing in the fucking world. They throw bacon and steak bits. Steak bits? That gets me a lot more excited about bacon. I'm not a big fan of bacon. I think it's fine, but I think I only really crave it when I crave it because it's so salty. I think I'm pregnant, but I know, I think bacon is like the worst thing you can do with a pig. But now that you mentioned steak, the worst thing anyone's done with a pig. We're just gonna pretend Wales don't exist for a second there. Wales, the country, not Wales, the whales. Although if a whale is doing what a Welshman would do to a pig, then God, good luck, pig. Then again, their orgasms last the longest out of any mammal in the world. Maybe they love it.
What the? Back off!
I don't think so.
You ever had wild boar, Scott? That's the tastiest meat I've ever had. Other than yours, of course. Ah, no! I'm right here! You can't torture in front of me, and there's the pointy lesbian! Oh, she's beautiful! Female Turians are some of the coolest looking fucking creatures in the world. In the entire galaxy. They beat Asari. They're not even blue! Oh, but imagine if she
Take care of
was.
the wounded and scavenge what you can. I want us out of here ASAP.
I'm not interested in you anymore, Nyreen, unless you're willing to cosplay the Blue Man Group.
Looks like we found the Talon leader.
And play my ass like your bongo set.
Nyreen, aren't you full of surprises?
Arya. The deception was necessary. I needed to figure out what your plans were. The people on Omega depend on us. I couldn't risk compromising our operation.
Not exactly standard procedures for a street gang.
When Cerberus invaded, the Talons were a mess. I brought new direction.
It's weird being able to see the skin around their eyes. All male Turians are like voids.
The General's been hunting us ever since. Right now, he's attacking one of our outposts. That's where I need to be.
So deep in drug addiction.
We're done here, boss.
Right. Arya, Commander Shepard, whatever you're here for, the answer's no. Kindly escort yourselves off Talon territory.
We're here to save your damn life! What's a street gang gonna do against all of Cerberus if the Citadel fucking fell? Where the galaxy's greatest political minds, and Udina, showed the fuck up. You don't think they've got protect? You're fucked, Nyreen. I guess you fight a bit dirtier than politics. What am I talking about? Of course you don't. Who's filthier? Who's a greasier little monster than Udina? It makes my panties so wet. I didn't know you were ending the fucking sentence with drowning a toddler. Don't! At least take him off and waterboard him first. I mean, don't do that either. But if you have to, if the men come with their guns, put them to your head and like, kill this baby, that's the way you gotta do it.
We're here to help. We'll talk about it after we reach your outpost.
That's a generous offer. Arya, does the commander also speak for you?
I love the way she
Not
said
the
that.
way I would have put it, but that's the idea.
How have you got the Grand Milf's balls in a vice? She doesn't even bow to me.
All right then. Come with me.
But I don't have a barbed vagina, I guess, so how do I even fucking
Your
compare?
biotics, since last I saw you.
You noticed the biotic grenades?
You always did like blowing things up, given half a chance.
Was that weird flirting? Do you have some kind of ballooning, that I've never really learned about? I mean, she feels like the Asari that could be considered the dad in the Asari kind of relationships, right? She's never been pregnant, I can kinda tell. She's probably impregnated a Krogan, the only person who has in the last like 1,000 years. I don't know, I wouldn't really consider that ballooning unless she's uncut. I make balloon animals out of my foreskin is the moral of the story today. I mean, you know, if you're gonna get blown, then you gotta get some entertainment value out of it for the woman too, right? The least you can do is make a pretty little doggy out of it by the end, once it's all blown up. I can't hit a shot! Flare! That does nothing to armor. Interesting. And that is a complete and utter miss. Actually, it got lodged under your chin. It's actually kind of cute. I gave you a terrifyingly spiky beard, and I'm proud of it. Well, that was the slowest way I ever could have brought you down, especially since I'll one-shot this guy. Watch. Peek me! Come on, how can you resist? I'm such a looker. Can he tell? Is the AI smart enough to know when they're looking at you? I'm not one-shotting that guy. Holy fuck. He's incredible. Come on, we need your orb. Oh, it's an orb for you and not me. Okay, didn't know that. I thought that was a dome. It looks like a dome. Not just a force field around you, you selfish bitch. I guess she did bail on us without an ounce of fucking calamari analingus, so... Only makes sense. Sounds like exactly what she'd do. Oh, come on, it was close enough. I've embedded that in your fucking earlobe at the very least. Now your dad's gonna come up behind you and like pull that out in your ear and that'll be your pocket money for the month. Once my brain has figured out anything vaguely coherent from that statement. Oh! Okay, I like that. Never mind. Who cares about being vaguely coherent when me and the lesbian work that well together? Ow! Maybe care about living, though. Oh, I didn't even know that this guy was here. How did I not see you last time? You know how thick these utter daddies are? Alright, whatever. There is a missile launcher, though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, they go in their egg just like she goes in her thing. Go! Okay, barely accomplished shit. But I can just charge right in and bonk if I really want to. If I really want to die, that is. I am unsafe. Oh, that works! I cleaved his eyes out. Okay, now we're getting back into it. It was a very valuable bonking. I ain't gonna miss a fucking shot. And I will be doing that as often as possible. Damn, that is beautiful. And there's another missile launcher. Woo! You really think I can't get this done with one? Because you're right. You're very, very right. Oh, and every single hit you get on those just completely destroys the shields of anyone close to it, I think. I don't know why you suck off what's already, you know, attached to the boy. Well, you'd hope whatever you're sucking is attached to the boy. If you're just, like, using a severed one as a cigar, you're some kind of fucked up that even I haven't encountered yet. And I'm a connoisseur of the fuck up. I am the ultimate fuck up myself, I'll have you know. Incinerate. Oh, when that hits good, it looks incredible. Hi. What in hell was the point in that? Some of them fly, others just like slip on a banana peel. Kind of sensation. And what a sensation it was. What's that? Drugs? Oh, my favorite. We're gonna have quite the time tonight. Right up the arse. Right up that beautiful arse. It's looking at me like a helter-skelter. How can I refuse? Oh, you want two? You can take two? So proud of you, buddy. You take a third, even though you are falling apart at the fucking seams. If you're already prolapsing, like, come on. The more the merrier, right? Might as well enjoy your last few moments of anal fortitude before you have to do all that upholstery on it. God, I don't envy you there. You know how expensive an anal upholsterer is? I just want to make sure I don't leave behind any actual collectibles. Or, the thing that prick needed. Find the K-Re power inverter and bring it back to the bunker. So many B's in one fucking sentence, it terrifies me. My mouth can't keep up. Why can I only hear in one of my ears right now? Hold on. That was in the right? I don't know. My left, apparently Shepard has a major limp right now. I love her cute little leather jacket. It doesn't even cover a single nipple. You know what? Why not? We've got the ammo. If anything, that would lock you shut till the end of days. Till some kind of biblical natural disaster finally pulls you apart. But, you know, I'm the only biblical natural disaster here. I am the swarm of frogs. That's my favorite one. Why frogs? Who's so very terrified of frogs? Were they supposed to be disease-riddled or something? Because same. Oh, mandatory shaft section of every single game in existence, especially from this era. My favorite. We were all waiting for it. I can just walk right across the syrupy gap of nothingness. Love it, but I'm getting really, really thrown off by sprinting with a flashlight. It makes my eyes very upset. Never do that again, Shepard.
I hope you're not afraid of heights.
Finally, a little recognition.
Actually, Arya, I'm Target Alpha.
The way it's said, it sounds like there's some genuine rivalry there. I mean, it's all because they're gonna fuck, no goddamn doubt. I love Nyreen's outfit too. Now that she's whipped off the cowl and everything. Oh god, what is wrong with your leggies? Never mind, you look like a collection of vines, all tangling around each other. Not good. You're gonna get choked out with those. Do it? You've got to be a better bionic than the regular Cerberus Phantoms. I mean, I'm not, but I've managed to save the damn world. Imagine what you're gonna do. Oh shit. They're glassier cannons, well, to be fair, they can take quite a beating. I am the white chocolate milky bar fucking cannon. They're not quite glass, they're like ceramic. Actually, ceramic's really powerful, isn't it? That's what people use as armor these days, because the world is insane. It can be both your grandma's urn and also the replacement for Kevlar. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Goodbye! That was a strike! I love bowling with corpses. There's absolutely some kind of death metal band out there with that exact name. No doubt. That's in your backpack that still did almost all the damage in the world to you. Oh, I didn't even know where you were, but you're on fire. Happy cremation day. I think there's a word for it. It's funeral. There you go. Good job, me. Tase? Why did you tase me? Do you hate me that much, Nyreen? Just because I'm friends with your ex? Your ex held so many guns to my face to get me here. What was that? You make weird fucking sound. I've never noticed that before. A nemesis is like a nemesis, nemesis. Are there even more cyborg than most Cerberus at this point? This is humanity first, is it? You don't have any of your original limbs. Probably because I keep shooting them off, but you know, that's on you. Get better limbs. Oh, actually, that's probably exactly what they're trying to do. Get better genes. Do it the hard way. Do it the evolution-y way. Let's rule the elusive man out of the gene pool. Surely he's sterile after he smoked that many crayons. That much hot wax going into your lungs can't do much good for you.
Nyreen to base. Need an engineer at the catwalk's entrance. Door's jammed again.
It's so rare that you get wave defense in Mass Effect that I actually don't despise it.
You're not just using the catwalks as a secret passage to the base, are you?
A long drop is the best way to get rid of unwanted guests around here.
No way! She's using it as like a pit of crocodiles kind of shit. Never mind, maybe she was the frogs in the biblical plague. Maybe she's the pharaoh. Maybe that's the reason my froggy self arrived here. Moses sent me after he threatened to part me instead. And I can't gape nearly as well as Oleg can, so there was no chance. I'm gonna double fist these fucks because I can immediately get it back. Especially when I don't... That went right through the side of your head. Do you have literally no brain? There's no other explanation. That should have killed you. Use him as shield. And then hit another one. No way! Oh, that was one of my favorite kills yet. Come on, idiot. Turn the fuck around. Fine. Nice, healthy little prostate exam. You're riddled with cancer, but it's fine. I can cure you. With death. I said with death. There you go. There's no cancer where you're going. But there is a shortage of chairs. That's gonna be your role in heaven. Congratulations. It's what all the best humans gotta do. You are the Cheeto dust riddled, Mountain Dew scented fucking filthy armchair in God's man cave. Yes? Hello? You just want me to move on? So we requested one engineer, and you bring the entire pew-pew armory of Omega. Oh my god, the Ginger Turians might be some of my favorites. Blackface number one, no doubt. But the Ginger Boys, the blood-soaked, they look just as cool. We're not gonna say anything? This is an elevator. This is a Mass Effect mainstay. We have to, like, give each other our life stories right now.
As soon as possible. Try not to interfere with my people's work.
The Homo hunt was successful. We found her, and she's now our overlord.
Managed to evac, arrive safely at the other outpost.
It was the plan all along. What a legendary lesbian.
Also, routine sweeps reporting nothing new on the adjutant presence.
Oh no!
Adjutants.
Oh, I remember this!
Creatures created by Cerberus. They eviscerate their victims' DNA, converting them into more adjutants.
Some kind of Reaper-based weapon. I fought them before. They're a nightmare.
It got worse after you left. Cerberus lost control of them. Those things tore apart the gangs. then attacked everyone in sight. If Cerberus hadn't found a way to contain them, the entire station would be infected by now.
Keeping your people alive through that couldn't have been easy.
I watched friends get turned into monsters, and I had to kill them. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an outpost to defend.
The adjutants really got under her skin.
Why does everyone have butt flaps? Does that really need to be a part of every female armor? Or even male armor, like the Solarians wear them. I don't think they have an arse in the same way we do. It's just one solid cheek with like a drilled hole in the middle. Unless that does, like, zip up. And half the Turians just look like the Michelin Man.
Hey, Commander. I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh man, that's kind of gay. Talk to Nyreen? Can I talk to Arya, or is Arya just following me around like my little puppy? She's met a scarier woman than her. Or a woman of equal badassery, and now I'm just king again. Patriarchy, fuck yeah.
Cerberus is backing off for now. Make sure the scouts keep an eye out for the next attack.
You've done an excellent job, Nyreen, but I'll be taking over now. You know what happens to people who argue with me.
You have a rainbow monobrow.
And if I say no, you'll just kill me and take over? My people won't stand for that.
Yes, they do seem nauseatingly loyal. Either way, I'll get what I want.
What an absolute power
Not
couple.
this time.
The truth is, none of us can do this alone. Our only chance is to join forces.
Why don't I just take over, like I do with anything?
You might be right. But the people of Omega are my priority.
Put me in charge of literally every
You
faction
take over
ever,
one
and
gang,
the world will
and
be
you
fine.
think you're ready to decide what's best for Omega? Nyreen, watch and learn.
She's so deliciously sultry, though.
Everything's in place. The entire station's connected.
Ooh, did I do that? When I helped the hacker? Oh, I doubt they would ever let us miss out on this scene.
People of Omega, I have returned.
It shows up on one old lady's little CRT
Cerberus
TV.
believes they have beaten you. They believe they have you under control. They are gravely mistaken. You are the lawless of the galaxy. You cannot be beaten, and you will never be controlled. Be ready. Your chance to strike out against your oppressors is coming. Together we will take Omega back!
Little Kroger with the fucking insignia drawn on him. He's so cute.
That's your plan? Throw civilians at Cerberus?
Anything is better than being locked up like mindless animals waiting for slaughter.
I know what you're up to, Arya. And I don't like it.
She has dot eyebrows, by the way. Just tiny
I
little
have civilians
circles.
to evacuate. I'll deal with this later.
That's ruined
All right, let's
any
get these
credibility
people
that
ready to go.
Nyreen ever had.
Now.
I think that is actually a step down from
What are
the
you trying
rainbow
to do?
monobrow.
Trying? The people of Omega, my people, love a good street fight. When it breaks loose, they'll be ready. Nyreen's code of ethics won't let her sit by if civilians are exposed.
Little bit
It's
of a
what makes
street
her utterly
fight.
predictable and therefore easy to manipulate.
This is a massacre.
Cerberus is launching another
Arya.
offensive.
Looks like I'm not the only one who didn't like your little speech, Arya.
Glad I got his attention.
Commander, landing pads are yours. My people and I will hold the main
Oh,
doors.
for fuck's sake, they're
Got it.
coming to harvest all of our organs, and we're down to Nyreen again! She has the coolest abilities! I want to be safe inside of a little magical egg! Ah! Gwyneth Paltrow's finally got to me. She will decide what I put in my vagina. Eggs, magical or otherwise, it's the only option. There's the fucking inverter, whatever the hell it was. We're online? I just showed you what it looked like. Did you immediately just lay an egg of the exact same fucking thing? Okay, whatever. Oh, well, God, I'm glad I opened the door on that one. If only I didn't go and scan that fucking pipe.